Impact. Impact.
Interviewing the hottest rappers, see who holding the crown. Get the news from local jokers when they come through the town. See, this the impact. The impact. This the impact. The impact. Dedicated to local rappers, this the spot to begin. Get on the mic and hit the stage with your sink or swim. See, this the impact. The impact. This the impact. The impact.
This the impact.
That man is me, Franklin C. Banks, or Frank Banks. However you want to stir it, slice it, and dice it, that's how it is. And right now we're about to bring y'all the Impact News. Yeah, did you know that Bone Thugs-n-Harmony will be performing at the Blue Note April the 25th? If you get a chance, try and get down there and check that out. You know they got a new album coming out entitled Unified. Yeah, The World's Enemies. Apparently, all 5 members have gotten back together. Flesh, Crazy, Lazy, Busy, and Wish. For the first time in 13 years, the group has now, under a new label, Interscope, is bringing to you the group's original chemistry. I'm excited to see how it turns out because personally, all that other stuff they've been doing, I don't know, but it just sounds a little whack to me. I don't know if I can say whack on camera. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and say whack anyway. It was pretty weak, watered down. I think Busy tried to come out with his own solo. Then Lazy and Wish came out with their own thing. Fleshbone came out with a couple albums. He decent by himself. I like Flesh by himself, but it still wasn't the original Bone thing, you know. They ran into all types of problems, man. At first, they was on a little road, came out with East 99 Eternal. I remember bumping that. We used to ride and listen to that. That was my thing. That was my demo. I was out there getting it. That was a while ago, though. Then, I don't know what happened. They came out with Bone Thugs Resurrection, and I guess Busy wound up suing Sony. Apparently, he was supposed to get $1 million advancement for his solo album and never got none of that money, so he proceeded with the lawsuit. Eventually, they wound up settling with him out of court, let him out his contract. It was kind of bad business. Busy got the tripping real bad. Apparently, up in New York, they was at a concert one time, and he was drinking and tripping and wound up walking off stage. Yeah. Man, dude walked off stage, left Lazy, Crazy, and Wishbone on stage. In the middle of the show, just walked off. So I guess they just decided they was done dealing with his alcoholism, and the group had split up from there, and then it was just the 3 of them for a while, which went kind of cool, but I never really did go out and buy none of the albums. I don't know if any of y'all went and bought any of the albums. But I kind of really wasn't feeling the trio, you know. Then Fleshbone went to, he had caught that case and had to serve 10 years in the penitentiary. It was a weapons charge in the California penitentiary, and that just really tore the group apart. They didn't know what to do without Flesh. She was kind of like the one that brought everybody together, kind of like the leader. And then Lazy came out with his own thing. Lazy and Wish came out with their own thing. I think Crazy tried to do his own thing. That didn't work. Busy came out with maybe 3 albums. All of that bombed. They just wasn't selling as many units as what they were doing when they were a group. Yeah, so anyway, the name of the new album is Unified, The World's Enemy, and it should be released sometime this month, and the group is going to be performing at the Blue Note April 25th, so check that out. Other news. Did you know that we have a lot of MCs these days that are going to jail. I don't know what's going on with the penitentiary and these rappers these days, man. Gucci Mane just got sentenced back in November for a second probation violation. Apparently, this one was for failure to do community service or something like that. He was supposed to do some community service and wound up only getting 600 hours, so they violated him. And now he's back in there, and he just released his new album from the Fulton County Jail. And no, it's not Fulton, Missouri. From the Fulton County Jail. First week of sales, 90,000 records. Just the first week. That's pretty impressive, Gucci. Real impressive. Too bad you had to do it from jail and you couldn't have been out doing it. But I don't get it, though. You know? Then we got Weezy. Weezy just got sentenced and pled guilty to some charges, some weapons charges in February. I don't know how much time he's looking at. But apparently when he was in New York, his tour bus got raided. Police went in there and found a 45. Tripping. Found a 45, charged him with possession of a weapon. Then he goes down to Arizona, gets busted with a gun and some drugs on him, gets some charges down there, and those charges are still pending. Apparently, whatever happens, though, they're going to run it all together concurrently. That's what his defense attorney's trying to do, is they're trying to get it all to run together. Weezy right now sitting off in jail. I don't think that's going to slow Brother Man much. He seems to be on a roll. Earlier this year, he released his rock album entitled Rebirth, which I have to say was quite impressive, given that he boldly went where no other rapper has went before. Crazy, crazy. He's destined to be a rock star. It was hot, though. I was digging that. I'm going to pick the world up and drop it on your shoulders. However it went. Yeah, I don't think we could say what he really said, but I think y'all done checked out the song. Then he came out with his mixtape, which was released, entitled No Ceilings. That just dropped. I think that dropped somewhere around November. And that is still, man, it's just ridiculous. Weezy done went crazy and left us all by ourselves. He's a beast. He's untamed. So do you think going to jail is going to stop this man? Man, that's just like throwing gasoline on a fire. That's just going to make him even more creative. I wouldn't doubt if it even helps him out, given that he gets enough time to be sober to think a clear thought. We'll see. I don't think Weezy's going to slow down, though. And y'all know about T.I., right? Yeah, T.I., man. Dude is just, man. Dude is doing some serious things. He was looking at some serious time. You know? Apparently, he had went and bought some weapons from an undercover agent. Crazy. And was looking at 10 years. 10 years in a federal joint. So he's been going back and forth fighting this. I know he had to do a year on house arrest. And he had to do like, I think 1,500 hours community service. Wound up doing the year on house arrest, did the community service. And just here recently in December, he had to go ahead and go into lockdown for a year. He's got to do a year. And then he gets to get out and go to this halfway house, which I think they're going to release him down to a halfway house down in Atlanta, but I'm not quite for sure about that. I just hope it works out for him. I hope he don't mess up at the halfway house. You get so close and then all of a sudden, you can just lose it all again. Have to do the rest of your time. But anyway, I guess we'll be getting the updates on what's going on with T.I. Yeah, so anyway, on other things, we got a good show for y'all going on tonight. We have a couple segments that's going to be going on the Impact Show. One of those segments happens to be the Heat from the Street segment, which is when we actually go on location here in town, sometimes out of town, but mainly here in town, where we'll be going to different venues like the Blue Fugue, the Blue Note, the Hearn Center. We'll be going to the Mizzou Sports Arena and wherever else there happens to be a concert going on. We come to you, see how you do it. So anyway, this particular show, we're going to dedicate a little time to Heat in the Streets. Yeah. Where me and my camera dude, John Drizzle, he's over there. We happened to go out on location down to the Blue Note for the Tech Nine concert that was on March the 5th. Yeah, I tried to get there, holler at Tech, but apparently we missed Tech. We were so close. But we did manage to talk to Stevie Stone, though. Good dude. My personal partner and comrade. You know, we done did, you know, got a few war stories in there and did some stuff. He gave us a quick 5-minute interview, which was cool, about his new CD coming out. We got that for you. We're going to let y'all see that a little later on in the show. Also, we got a chance to get at DJ Picasso down at Club Tonics. He apparently was doing the after set for the concert, and DJ Elk Tree was down there, and we were able to get in there and talk to him about some of the stuff he's got going. I know we have spoken, and possibly he's going to be coming on here onto the Impact Show to help out with some of the stuff we do here on the ones and twos. But we'll see how that goes. We still politicking. We're going to let y'all know, no doubt. So anyway, here in the studio tonight, we have my dude, Young Mac, straight out of Texas, going to be doing his thing. He's going to tell us a little bit about his old CD and his new project that he's working on. And then he's going to come up here and do his thing and just kind of give y'all a little bit of what y'all ain't been able to catch before. I know he hasn't done too many performances, but just in case you ain't seen it, you'll get a chance to see it here first, y'all. So stay tuned. I'm Frank Banks. Check it out. And we back. Sitting up here in the studio today, I got my man, Young Mac. What's happening with you?
What's up, Mr. Frank Banks?
Yeah. Glad you was able to come out, man.
Almost definitely know I got to put it down for the new Impact Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the Impact Show.
Sir?
We don't call it a comeback. We call it the Impact.
Yes. We're going to hit them hard with the Impact.
So, anyway, I got you down here, man. I told you I was going to get you on. What's good with you, man?
I mean, we got a lot of little things in the works. I'm working on my new album, Verbal Destruction. You know, I'm looking for it to be coming out soon in about this summertime, about June-ish, May-ish. No real set date for it, but meanwhile, I've been promoting my last album. I just put out, the Untitled Truth. So that's basically been it, working on my sound, working on my image, trying to come up on some different stuff. You know what I'm saying? 210, 0101, however you want to say it, you know what I'm saying? We hitting them with some new stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, you know, I've been knowing you for a while, seeing you come up doing your thing and all that. You got your name, Young Mac. How you get that name, man? Who gave you that name, and what exactly started the whole thing with the Young Mac swag and that sort of thing, man? You know.
Well, it's kind of like, it's a little funny story to it, because a lot of my family members are McFarlanes, you know what I'm saying? So when they came out with the name, I didn't have a name. I really wasn't rapping at the time. We was just coming up with stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just filling me out, seeing what I could do on the track. So my voice was a little more smoother than most of the other, you know, rappers in the group with me. So they was like, oh, well, you know, we'll give you Young Mac, and just croon off of that. So and I just took it from there and just rolled off of it the whole 10, 15, 11, 12, however many years you want to put down under my belt.
Right.
That's what I've been riding with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. Who's some of the people that influenced you, you know?
You know what, I did, a lot of my family members did. A lot of the musicians in my family did. My mom, my cousins, my brothers, all of them, you know, was real good into the music time. When I first started, they were both, a lot of people was doing music in my family. So that's who I fucked it up.
No, you cool, man. For sure, for sure.
I don't know where I was at.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got your first CD here.
Mhm.
I know I had got a copy of this first CD. I don't know if y'all are able to get a close-up, a zoom in of this. If we can get a zoom in on that, John Dre. I just kind of want to let the people see where my man has been.
Matter
The
of fact,
first CD, Born Ready.
yeah, that was about 15. That was a high 15.
And this is off of Rosewood Records,
Yeah.
which you happen to hook up with a producer down in Texas.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about this first album and the deal you got with Rosewood and where that is today.
Okay, well, with Rosewood, I had just moved to Texas. I was 15 at the time, and I was out there selling my CDs, you know, whatever I had from when I was living here and doing stuff at the house, I just put on a CD. We all went out and sold it, you know, as a team. And the guy was in the barbershop, and he heard the CD, and he wanted to meet me. At the time, I was outside, you know, still singing, selling the CDs or whatever. And I guess what attracted him to me, other than the music, was the drive that I had to sell the music. You know what I'm saying? So he took it from there, and he gave me a 4-year deal, and it was good in the beginning. I say it was good in the beginning. Things got a little shaky around the middle, and then by 17, I was done with whatever he had going on. I just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out. It wasn't what I felt. You know what I'm saying? It was basically what they felt. And as an artist, I feel like if you're going to be an artist, you do as you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to be a real artist if you're doing what everybody else wants you to do.
No doubt, man. You got to have that creative control. You know, I know a lot of artists have had conflicts with their labels just because the label want to come in and make you what they want. They want to change you up, change the sound up, and that sort of thing like that. So that's kind of good, man, that you still, you know, keep it on,
Yeah.
striving, you know, past these minor setbacks. You know, sometimes they can be learning experiences.
Right.
Anyway, I had wanted to ask you a little something about some of the venues you played, some of the spots. What's some of the spots you played, and what was the favorite spot you've done, and where would you like to play in the future, man?
Well, I got a real fond memory of this one. This is my favorite one. We did at the Big Ballers Weekend. It was with Yin Yang Twins, and I got to meet a lot of artists that weren't on, a lot of actresses and actors who just came to the venue. So I felt like I got to see a lot of different things that I would normally get to see at a venue. Because usually at the venues that I was doing at the time, it was less like a bunch of other artists like myself, you know, just performing. So at this venue, it was like I got to show myself to a whole nother group, a whole nother side of people that I've never got to see or meet before. So
Right.
yeah, it just sticks out to me. I got to meet the Yin Yang Twins, cool dudes. Got to go, you know, we all had our own little dressing rooms at the time. So I felt like, you know, I was doing some big things at the moment. So it was a good memory. Yeah.
No doubt. So anyway, as far as like the future goes, where you see yourself going with it? You got any collabs hooked up with any people, or you got any things as far as like any current contracts under negotiation, or what you got going on?
Well, at the time I just started up my own little label. It's been running about a year or so. It's fairly new. It's Goals Entertainment. We're thinking about changing the name to You Dig Entertainment, just to give it a different feel, because we also opened a store in Columbia. So it's just like, I want to be where, you know, what every other artist see themselves in is 5 and 10 years. You know, it's this big shot, big name, you know what I'm saying, music touching a whole bunch of crowds. Just, you know what I'm saying, just living the life of a celebrity, a nice music, a good musician, a well-known, well-rounded musician, Lil Wayne or T.I. or anything like that of the sort.
Right,
So.
right, for sure. Yeah, well, anyway, I had kind of want to let the people see, you know, a little poster that you had got here on your second CD, right?
Yeah, that's the second
Okay.
CD.
Yeah, and it's got some booking info. Is all this current about as far as how to get in contact with you? What's going on here?
That's since it's from an old album, the information is not current. That's actually from the last album I just put out, which is Untitled Truth. I was about 17 at the time of this album, and that's when I, you know, started doing some of my own stuff. I didn't start the label yet, but we had the name in mind, and I just went off with whoever was riding with me, and we hooked up with a lot of good guys from Texas, BFC, HSI, Train Tracks did a lot of my beats. The dude's name runs across my mind so much, but I can't never keep it in head. So it's a different kind of name. So I'll get back to y'all with the name with the producer. But he was a good guy. He always kept me straight on the beats all the time, and I could come in there. He'd throw me a good little price, good little studio time price. So that album had a lot of good stuff on it for me. So
Okay, cool. Well, I know that you happen to know some of the people here on the Impact Show.
oh yes, Mr. Frank Banks and John Dre.
My cameraman, for all of y'all out there, is my man who's behind the majority of what's going on here. You know, he's helping me out, you know, on the brain power. My man, John Dre. Over there, man. Helping out, man. You know, he's been real big help, and he also happens to be related to Young Mac here.
Yeah, he's a family member, my cousin. Matter of fact, he's one of the guys who started me in my pioneering of the music world. You know what I'm saying? He wrote a lot of my verses when I was younger, so I'm gonna give him credit for that. He was like a stepping stone for me. You know, he set me up to go in the right direction. So much love to my cousin John Dre.
He got them beats
and
too.
he, oh yes, keeps the fires
Got
beats.
them beats.
And you'll hear some of that on Verbal Destruction. So we looking forward.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he's producing a new album. Huh?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, before we go ahead and leave, man, why don't you tell the people about what you're going to be performing tonight, what songs you're going to be performing, and maybe, you know, tell them where they can check out some more of your stuff, the website address, and maybe some contact information if they want to book Mac. We're going to get the information where you can contact his manager and get him signed up for a show. I know he's kind of open right now for doing some shows.
Yep.
Go to the website. You want to tell little people about the website and contact information and the songs you're going to be performing tonight, man?
Yeah, okay. So with the songs I'm going to be performing tonight, it's A1 and then Put Me in the Jungle. So these are on my new album, Verbal Destruction. And with the booking, you can get me at 573-356-5859, or you can get me at 573-673-6069. Wait.
Cool.
Wait a minute. No. They changed it.
All right, okay.
So we go.
What's the new number now?
Okay.
Scratch that.
673-58.
Scratch that. Scratch that. That wasn't what it was.
That's the old number. I'm sorry. 673-5850. I apologize for that. That's 673-5850. And you can reach my manager, which is Kimberly Mahaney, also my mother. Yes, I keep my mother as my manager, so you know what I'm saying. I know all love's there, no screw arounds. So big things. If you want to get with me on my website, you can reach me on Facebook. That's Michael Bossman Logan. That's also my real name, Michael, for those who don't know me. And you can also hit me up on MySpace or Tagged or Twitter. My personal website is www.youngmacmusic.com, and you can see a lot of my old stuff on there. We're going to get it updated for y'all. So just bear with me and keep me in your mind. I'm going to come hit y'all strong on 210.
You heard it here first, if you ain't heard it here before. I guess I was out of camera. But anyway, that's what it is, and there is no more. We're going to get my man on stage. We'll be right back. This is The Impact Show.
Alright, so check, we in the club, right? And we see this bad little mama, she like bouncing all around, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, she look like she got that A1. So, you know what I'm saying, I walked up to her, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hollering that I'm spinning the game, and I said, well, before you get it started, baby, you gotta make sure you get the job done, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying, then we let the rest be rap, check the story. I'm like, you dig, little mama got that A1. Do it to me, baby, come on, get the job done. She say,
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done. I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
I'm like, you dig, little mama got that A1. Do it to me, baby, come on, get the job done. She say,
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
Hey.
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
Hey, she say say she got it, and yes, she what that is. I'm like, freak me crazy. You know I wanna see it. I'm like, what's up with that nookie? She'll let your boy beat it, yeah, beat it like a champ. Booker beat it like a champ. Muhammad Ali, and baby, beat it like a champ. Hey, is she a champ? She roll me all night. Put that zoom on me, going like a motorbike. Oh, you like that, huh? Yeah, I know what you like. Had that thing gushing water, and I'm steady laying pipe. Yeah, get the job done, but if you do it right. I ain't even gotta touch it, I can see the cookie tight. All your boy wanna know is if he can get a bite. Hey, ain't gotta touch it, I can see the cookie tight. All your boy wanna know is if he can get a bite. I'm like, you dig, lil' mama got that A1. Do it to me, baby, come on, get the job done. She say,
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
Hey.
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
I'm like, you dig, lil' mama got that A1. Do it to me, baby, come on, get the job done. She say,
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
Yeah.
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
hey, uh-oh, you know I need a round two. And I don't want the same, baby, hit me with some new. Hey, that drink got you twisted and you feel a little loose. Well, I'm trying to get it poppin', shorty, just to tell the truth. We ain't even hit the crib, trying to get you out your suit. Say the proof is in the pudding, girl, just do what you do. Say you in the freaky things, come on, bring a friend or two. Yeah, you jazzy in the club, yeah, hit the booty do. Then I take it to the spot, I'm like, what that booty do? Put the pound game on her, now we chicken noodle soup. Come on, rock the bed with me, baby, let's remove some screws. Come on, rock the bed with me, baby, let's remove some screws. I'm like, you dig, lil' mama got that A1. Do it to me, baby, come on, get the job done. She
I can
said,
get it done, daddy, watch me get it done. I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
I'm like, you dig, lil' mama got that A1. Do it to me, baby, come on, get the job done. She say,
I can get it done, daddy, watch me get it done.
Yeah.
I can get it done, daddy,
watch me get it done. You certified, baby, what's it gon' be? Got that A1 poppin', yeah, pleasure guarantee. Ayy, a breadwinner, come on, baby, let me see. Say you super bad, come on, shake that thing for me. Ayy, you certified, baby, what's it gon' be? Got that A1 poppin', yeah, pleasure guarantee. Ayy, a breadwinner, come on, baby, let me see. Say you super bad, come on, shake that thing for me. Ayy. Hey, yeah. Got that A1. Do it to me, baby. Come on, get the job done. I'm a survivor, and they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'm a ride for mine. That's why they call me survivor, and they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'm a ride for mine. I told them niggas just to put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle. That I come out alive. Put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle. That I come out alive. Hey, I run these bricks, you should call me Mufasa. Nigga, use your noodle before I turn it into pasta. Never been scared, unaware of you busters. Let me get this clear, never ever can you touch us. My chain make them sing like I'm starring in an opera. Same chain to get you hanged if you try to stop us. You niggas so fake, I think you should get an Oscar. I'm a big shark, I'm a small time lobster. I'm a survivor, and they'll never take me alive. I swear to God, I'm a ride for mine. That's why they call me survivor. And they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'm a ride for mine. I told them niggas just to put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. That I come out alive. Put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. That I come out alive. Hey, I breathe life to the game, yeah, intrigue in the brain. I survive in the jungle, only concrete can rumble. Yeah, they hate in amazement, as I grace them with greatness. Ain't no faking, let's face it, I am one of the greatest. Move a crowd in amazement, I'll go hard till they grade me. I'm King Kong in these streets, straight Godzilla these beats. Plus you niggas is weak, so on you I will feast. Only the strong survive, and they'll never take me alive. Put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle. Better come out alive. Put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle. Bet I come out alive. I'm a survivor, and they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'm a ride for mine. That's why they call me survivor, and they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'm a ride for mine. I told them niggas just to put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle. Bet I come out alive. Put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle, put me in the jungle. Bet I come out alive. They call me Jaguar, Paul, now these are my jungles. Crush another nigga, dog, fuck being humble. We never known fear, so know these words I don't mumble. My niggas keep takes, so you lame niggas crumble. Got money in the bank, just think I got bundles. My bitch bake a cake, then we stuff it in a duffel. The world fell in love like I did the Cupid shuffle. You niggas all bark, but my spark like a muzzle. Your swag super soft, just bones, no muscle. Miss me with the words, dog, impress me with your hustle. And they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'ma ride for mine. That's why they call me survivor. And they can never take me alive. I swear to God, I'ma ride for mine. I told them niggas just to put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. Bet I come out alive. Put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. Put me in the jungle. Bet I come out alive.
Yeah, that's what it is, my man Young Mac, and you seen it here first. The Impact Show. Come holler at us next week. My dude, Young Mac, give it up. Yeah, what's happening with y'all? Mid-Missouri, Columbia. I'm Frank Banks, and this is the Impact, taking it to the streets. Tonight we got an exclusive show for you. Stevie Stone's in the house. We're gonna be interviewing my boy Slim Cutter Calhoun. We at the Tech 9 concert right here. We're in the back of the Blue Note. As you can see, this is where the real meets the real and the heat meets the streets. The Impact is for real. Gonna get it all and giving it to you right now. Check it out. Yeah, this is Frank Banks, and I'm standing right next to the one and only, my man, my dude from back in the day, Stevie Stone. What's happening with your boy?
Y'all know what it is. Stevie Stone, Rufus Records representing 573 bound. Amen.
For sure, that's what it is. I know, you know, we got a little history, man, but I want you to tell the people on the Impact Show, man, how you got your start, man.
Man, it goes way back. You know what I'm saying? Back with cats like him and Julian and Young Ray and, you know what I'm saying, niggas is up in the basement, you know what I'm saying? Rob Thornton, you know what I'm saying? That's the dude that helped me get one of my first shows, you know what I'm saying, at the fairground. Ninja D Productions with ASC and Chance and them. There's been a lot of folk that's been influenced, you know what I'm saying, in a part of this, you know what I'm saying? And there's more names, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna leave out some, but a lot of people in the grooming and schooling stages. B West, you know what I'm saying? Gang of niggas, you know what I'm saying? Dirty. Big shout out to Dirty. Dirty snatched us up right out of high school. I was on the way really to go play some ball and shit.
Right.
Dirty snatched us up, you know what I'm saying, gave us that platform. My first show was in Fulton, year 2000, with the nigga Tech, you know what I'm saying? So here we go 10 years later, you know what I'm saying, still going hard. So, like I said, it's been a lot of niggas that I've always fucked with and still do fuck with, you know what I'm saying, on this music. Mark 5, that's another nigga that was there from the beginning, you dig what I'm saying? So, you know, it's been a gang of niggas, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
is the day.
No doubt, fam. I know you got a new CD that you just released, man, with your label and stuff, man. Tell the people, you know what I'm saying, about the new CD, man. What's the name and about that there, man?
New kid coming, debut album, Rufus Records. You know what I'm saying? You go get it everywhere. Best Buy, FYE, everywhere, internationally. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. Kokomo niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know who it is.
No, that's that motherfucker. That's that
My nigga.
What's
good hey, with you, fam? Go ahead and holler. Yeah, but it's another nigga.
What's happening?
What's happening?
My man Stevie Stone. Moves in the house.
D-Rome.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Look at D-Rome in this motherfucker. What's up, baby?
Hey, y'all watch
this mug tonight, man. It's good seeing you, fam. All right.
We're gonna get back to this interview real quick. You know what I'm saying? We liable, anybody's liable to pop up in here. This is the city of the stars, you hear me? I want my man to tell you what a typical day for Stevie Stone runs like. How does your day start off these days, man?
Shit. You probably won't believe me, but I'm an early bird. So I'm up about 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 every morning. You can ask my niggas, they were bachelor. I wake them up 7:30 every morning, get up, you know what I'm saying, get my mind right, hop in the shower, then I'm off to the studio. And I'm at the studio just like a 9 to 5. I'll stay in the studio, you know what I'm saying, all day. Go home, shower, shit, sleep, get up, do the same thing again. You know what I'm saying? That's a typical day, whether if I'm doing shows or I got hit the club or some shit like that, but my typical day, it ain't too much. It's home, and the studio. That's where I live at, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, fam. I'm liking to hear that,
Right.
man. Hey, look, you heard it here, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for, you know what I'm saying, taking the time out to talk to the people, man. Before we leave, man, you know what I'm saying, for all the people out there, man, I want you to go and spit a little hot little 16, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let me see.
That's it.
Let me see. Stick and I move, head wobble, bobble and weave. Pick and I choose. Which crow's coming with me? Trip and get bruised, scuffing up your bows and your knees. Blink and you lose. Flows by the 100 degrees. Balance it out. Earlobe and wrist on freeze. Boy got clout. Keep a couple cushions of green. All for the team. One offer me cream. Off them the goonies are off you if you offer your bling. Better tuck in your chain. And don't be thinking I'ma push over and mention my name. Have you looking over your shoulders, they told them things. Stone is my name, I'm versatile, I rap and I sing. And Ruthless got a nigga off in the game, and already I see a couple of minds and opinions have changed. 573 Stevie Stone, Ruthless Records represent.
Yeah, you heard it here, baby. This is Frank Banks. That's all there is. There is no more. My man Stevie Stone laying it down for the COL once again. We have done it right here on the Impact Show.
Emmy, know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Emmy.
Yeah, it's your man Frank Banks, and I'm standing right here to the man himself, DJ Picasso, on the ones and twos.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people about what you're doing, fam.
You already know what it is. It's your boy DJ Picasso. We holding it down. Black House Entertainment. We live, man. You see, we out here on 9th Street, man. Tonic, baby.
Yes, sir.
We ain't never done a spot like this before. Nobody in Como really done a spot like this before. We putting in work, man. I got my man Frank Banks right here, man. We doing a little black tie event, man. Real casual, real GQ. You know how we do, man. There's a lot of things in store, man. I've been out of town for a little while, but your boy is back, man, and we got a lot in store. Please believe it. It's going down, man. 2010 and beyond, baby.
Right. Just real quick, man, I want you to kind of let the people know, man, how long you been DJing doing your thing, man?
Man, professionally, man, for like 6 years, man. Those who really know me, man, take it back to the P. Silly days, you know what I'm saying? But it's Casso now, man. But 6 years in the game, man. After we do the night, man, we officially have done every club in Colombia. Ain't nothing that we ain't touched, baby. After that, man, we on the St. Louis, Kansas City, man, and shout out to my boy Stevie Stone. We going on tour this spring. 6 cities, baby. We gonna be all in your area, man. We do mixtapes, man, mixtape hosting. I mean, whatever you want, man. We put it together, man, real nice, man. There's the other guy right there, man. G the Century, man. DJ Oak Tree, man.
Yeah.
Oak Tree, man, for the spring and summer, man, it's a lot of things going on, man. I mean, we'll probably be doing something in Jeff City, Spring Bling. You know, it goes down there every year. I'm sure we do something up here, man. I don't have anything lined up, man. I guess I'm gonna be hitting the road, man. Stevie Stone around the spring. April 3rd, we'll be in Manhattan, Kansas, man. But around this area, man, anything goes, man. You know, we run the city, man. We make anything happen.
Right, no doubt, man. I appreciate y'all coming out and speaking with me tonight. You know what it is. We down here at Club Tonics. It's going down. Anybody who's doing it exclusively, like my man right here and my man right here in the suit, gets in. But you can't get in jeans, baby. And that's what it is. Frank Banks, Channel 85, Cat TV. You heard it here. That's all there is. There is no more. We here at the Blue Note. As you can see, I'm right here with my man, Herb, the Phenom, and his man right here.
Homework Jones, you know what I mean? It's good.
Yes, sir. And right now they're promoting their CD. Get a close-up on that. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people a little bit about how this all came together, man, and what's going on with you right now.
Check it out. Right now we're at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri. We're on tour with the big homie Tech 9. You know what I mean? Kansas City all day. Much love, Wyandotte County all day. You know what I mean? And, it's just a blessing to be out here with the big homie. You know what I mean? Ever since I was like a young dude. Looked up to him, but he gave us the opportunity to come out. So right now, man, we just rock the show with y'all. It's awesome. We got the new CD out. My name's Earth Phenom. We got my dude Homework Jones with me.
Right.
And it's the project right here, Tie Shops and Nightclubs. You know what I mean? If you don't have this CD, you need to get it, because you'll find that there's a piece of you missing. And it's the same dimensions of this CD. Once you get this CD, you will be complete. Now I'm talking about.
Right.
Because, you know what I mean, I got R&B on here, hip hop, soul. I'm a type of cat that likes to do everything, you know what I mean? So I got something from your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your cousin, everything. You know what I mean?
Everyone's gonna love it.
And I got Big Scoob on here, Cut Calhoun on here. So it's a good CD, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's just a blessing to be out here doing this with the fans and all that. So y'all check it out, man. Y'all make sure to hit me on the MySpace, Twitter, Facebook, all that. You know what I mean? I respond back to your friend request messages, all that. Sure, for sure. Tech has the new collabos coming out, and I did a little bit of writing on it. It's gonna be insane. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but y'all should keep your eye out for it. It's gonna be dope.
Definitely.
No doubt, man. Is there anything y'all like to, state of the peoples, man? Any shout outs before we get ready to wrap this up?
I want to say, Kansas City, we're coming. Kansas City is coming all day. You know what I mean? The whole Midwest is coming all day. So y'all keep your eyes and your radars ready for the Midwest. And also, who the fuck is Irv the Phenom? That's coming soon.
Let's get a close up in on that.
Who the beat? My bad. Who the beat is Irv the Phenom? I gotta keep the beat to 13. But y'all be ready for that, because when that comes, it's gonna be a wrap. But until then, tire shops and nightclubs. You be sure to get it. cdbaby.com/Irv the Phenom. You go to myspace.com/Irv the Phenom, twitter.com/Irv the Phenom. You know what I mean? Y'all be sure to check it out.
Okay, thank y'all for giving us the interview, man.
Thank you. But by the way, it's your boy Homework Jones, you know what I'm saying? Here with Irv the Phenom, Louis 5 in there doing his thing. But check it out. With me, I'm coming with my stuff soon enough. Check it out. You can honestly just, I hate to say it, you can just Google me, type in Homework Jones. Anything that pops up, that's me right there. Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, it's all me. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
All right, you heard it here. On the Impact Show, when these dudes take off, they're gonna go into the stratosphere, you hear me? This is the phenomenon.
On the Impact Show.
I'm Frank Banks. That's all there is, and there is no more.